Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well, will not this truth from, and salutation out there to the hopeful elect, who continue to push his word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, shalom to all the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And on today, just basically getting on Esau, trying to get his NWO off the ground, man. Because ultimately, to make that new world order a success, he have to implement that IoT, the Internet of Things, man. And what's the most important part of that Internet of Things? The people, you know? And by the way, he's going to try to connect you to the internet. It's basically through a tiny device that's going to go under your skin, man. And it's ultimately the plans of Esau to try to come in a sense of desperation, you know? Esau, he's coming to a desperate state, a desperate sense. He know that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not dealing with him in this society, so he's going to do any and everything to try to hold on to this wicked ass kingdom, man. You know? Let's go ahead and start off right here, man. Let's go to Revelations. Because again, everybody know Esau, he only have a short time to rule. He only have a short time to try to get this NWO off the ground, man. You know? And now on top of that, he have a short time. He know it's information out there that's telling people your plays. It's articles that's telling you what these devils are trying to do. It's a thing called 20, 30 goal. You know, things they want to have happen besides 2030. They want things to have happen besides before 2025. And a lot of those things they want to happen is stuff that's digitally, man. You know, whether it be digital payments or you living in a digital reality, man. These are the things that Esau want to come to pass. Let's start right here in the book of Corinthians. This is 2 Corinthians 5. Salakia. That's not it. Because at the end of the day, Esau think he's going to get one over on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, but he ain't, man. It's already written in prophecy for this devil to basically fail at his NWO, man. To basically fail and basically getting his NWO off the ground. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11. It says, least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we're not ignorant of the things that Esau is trying to do. When you go into that word ignorant, it actually means what? Not to know. Not to know what's going on. You know, not to know the things ahead. Basically, you're in the dark. But the Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for revealing these things unto us, man, because we can see the forecast ahead. And that forecast ahead, yeah, it's dark, it's gloomy, but we're going to have to go through the storm to see the light on the other side, man. This devil, he's going to basically make a man-made famine. He's going to get to a point where he's going to cut off all forms of payment. So the next form of payment is going to be digitally. It's going to be through a digital. It's going to be digitally, but it's going to be through a digital device. And this is what this devil want to do, man. Let's start right here in the book of Psalms 21 and verse 11. It says, for they intended evil against thee. They imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. Right there, man. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get this word imagine first, and we're going to read the scriptures again. This is the word imagine in the Strong's H2803. Going down, I'm going to read the first one, then we're going to the Strong's definitions. It says to think, plan, esteem, calculate, invent, make a judgment, imagine, count. So basically, that's what this devil is doing, man. He's planning different things. You know, he actually invented a tiny device, a micro CHIP. You feel me? And don't think they can just have one form of it. They have those. They have the Neuralinks. They have those when they go in your brain. Hey, they might have one they can just dissolve in your skin. All these different things is showing you what Esau is thinking of, man. And again, don't think that Esau is just doing this for GP or he's just being reckless with this. No, this is going to be a calculated attack, man. This is going to be a calculated plan that's finna get ready to come, man. The famine, that's a calculated plan that put people in a sense of desperation. So when this devil come with the solution, the people will be begging and eat out this guy's hand. And that's what this devil have thought of. He using one of the biggest weapons, man. One of the biggest weapons against human is hunger. You can actually use food as a weapon, especially if you put different chemicals and crazy things inside of it, man. You know? Let's go right here to the book of Psalms 64, and I'm gonna start at verse 5. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 4. No, matter of fact, let's start at verse 3. So like it says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bow to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, because ultimately it's gonna be law to listen into this devil. It's going to be law to actually get jabbed up, man. And if you don't have that jab inside your body, you's going to be in trouble. You know, let's continue on, though. And those bitter words, because these devils, they show these arrows at one specific people, for the lack of better words, man, that have you as the ultimate slave, man, the ultimate subjector, you know. Let's continue on, though. It says they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Yes, because you finna basically test the Most High. You finna test your apple of his eye, and you finna go to the extreme with it, man. By actually tagging them as Goyim, tagging them as counterfeit, for lack of better words, man. You know, let's continue on, though. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of lying snares privily. Yes. These different traps that they send up, even though it might look appeasing to the eyes or look appeasing to the flesh, ultimately it's a sinister plan behind it. Let's continue on, though. It says, they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought and every one of them, and the heart is deep. So guess what? This CHIP, this NWO, is not nothing that's been done on the fly. No, it's a sense of desperation. This is something that Esau have been planning out for years, man. You know, starting off in 2007, the NBC News, they wanted to get that thing jumped off right there and now, but the Lord, he checked them with the apostles and elders coming on the scene, man. You know? And for the lack of better words, they're pushing this day off, to push forth this CHIP, you know? Until it gets to a point, they're going to have to force to go out there. Now, let's go ahead and go back into this word, imagine, and let's go down to the Strong's definition. The Strong's definition, it says, right here. It says, right here, figuratively, to plot or contrive, usually in a malicious sense. So you're planning and doing things maliciously. You're not doing it for the benefit of the people. You're doing it for the benefit of the kingdom. Continuing on, hence, from the mental effort, because this devil, he's ultimately outthinking these Jake, man. He's teaching you how to think, you know, and how he teach you how to think. Number one, he making you thinking that the LGBT XYZ is a normal thing when it's a sick form of wickedness, man. Let's continue on, though. To think, regard, value, compute, to make account of, conceive, consider, and that's what these devils, they are conceiving wickedness, man. They are conceiving death. How are they conceiving death, man? By putting Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua out the window. Because that's what you're doing in a roundabout way when you bow down into this wicked ass system, man. Let's go right here to the book of Job 15 and verse 35. It says they conceive mischief. Yes, that's the only thing that this devil brings forth. You're going to have a look at the second chapter. It says he is as death. It says they conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly, their minds, prepareth deceit. So everything this guy think of, especially when it's concerning the children of Israel, is nothing but evil and only evil. So why would you trust this man? Why would you trust this guy who's been whooping your ass for centuries, man? He whooped your ass, then he whooped your daddy ass, then he whooped your granddaddy ass, then your great granddaddy, then came right back around to you again. For years, this have been the the same thing for our people, man. But for the lack of valid words, Yahweh Shema Shah, he's calling this devil out on his BS, man. Because ultimately, yes, this devil, he whooped their ass, but he's not going to get the victory. You might win the battle, but you're not going to win the war, Esau. It's already written. And this what is written. Psalms 21 and verse 11 again. For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device, which they are not able to perform. Yes, you're not going to be able to perform this NWO, man. You're not going to be able to perform this New World Order. Let's go right here in the book of Job 20, and I'm going to start at verse 15, get to the point. Job 20 and 15, he hath swallowed down the riches, and shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. And that's what this guy did. He swallowed down all the riches. He's even the things that belong to the nation of Israel, man. Then you go into the time of 70 AD, in the time these devils actually raided the temple for the lack of battle words. They stole precious things, and even the people, the people of the Most High is the riches that these devils have swallowed up. But the Lord is going to make them vomit it up again. You're not going to be able to hold down those stolen goods, Esau. It says, he shall suck the poison of ash, the viper's tongue shall slay him. Yes, because ultimately, you're a snake, but you can't be slicker than Yahweh Shah, man. The Lord already set it up in prophecy for you to get taken out, man. It says, he shall not see the rivers, the floods, and the brooks of honey. Yes, you're not going to, of honey and butter, you're not going to be able to see peace. You're not going to be able to see your NWO flourish. You're not going to see Esau kingdom in its perfection. Why? Because it's not meant to be, man. It's not meant to be everybody to be cyborgs and fall after the ways of Edom. No, man. Let's continue on. That which he hath labored for, he shall restore, he shall not swallow it down. All the things that you stole, you're going to pay it back. According to his substance shall a restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. And that restitution is ultimately reparations, man. And those reparations that we want, we don't want $1 million right now. We don't want $1 billion. Because ultimately, niggas going to be niggas with that. Guys are going to buy new port trucks and various wicked things like that. At the end of the day, we want you. Esau is going to be a part of that restitution. He's going to be a part of that gift that the Lord has given us. You're going to get everything that you stole over unto us, that you're going to end up giving us yourself. Let's continue on. Because he hath oppressed and forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he built not. And that's what this devil is known for, man. He's known for taking away lands. He's known for taking away, resources. And also, if you help this guy out, he's going to realize, you're going to realize you should have never trusted this nigga in the first place. Because everybody who trusted in Esau ended up in a bad light. Let's go right here to the book of Micah 2 and verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity, that New World Order, that CHIP. It says, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Yes, this is your kingdom, you're in rulership, but hey, it's a action for every reaction, man. So all the wickedness and bullshit that you did, you're going to actually get paid back for. The restitution shall be you, man. Let's continue on. It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence in the houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. So this is the banner of Esau, man. Ultimately, he take things away and steal them and think he's not going to be caught out. But ultimately, we're going back to the Job, the 20th chapter, around the 18th verse. It says, what? The restitution shall be you, man. All the things that you stole, the lands, the gold, the resources, the plants, because it's certain plant life that Esau got hid out just for himself, man. Cattle, all the things you stole, you're going to pay back and then some. Let's continue on, though. Job 20 and verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. he shall not save of that which he desired. Yes, you're not going to be able to get your NWO off the ground. Going back into that Psalms 21, that mischievous device that you intended for us, you're not going to fulfill. You will not be able to perform it. You know, you will not be able to save that which you desire. It says, there shall none of his meat be left. Nothing is going to be remain out of the house of Edom. Therefore shall no man look for his goods, because ultimately in the kingdom of heaven, it's not like it's going to be a Bart Simpson doll, or it's going to be a stop sign, or welcome to the USA. No, man. Yahweh Shai is going to do away with Esau, man, because this is nothing but a bad dream. He's not going to leave no traces that Esau have been here after those 1,000 years. And you served out your slavery. You put your time in, and then you're gonna get overdialed when at 18. Then ultimately you're just gonna fly away. It tells you that in Job. Let's go up in verse 8. It says, "He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. He shall be chased away as a vision of the night." So you're gonna be a tall tale, man. You're gonna be a legend in the kingdom of heaven, man. The so-called white man. The base man who had the children of Israel in subjection. The nation who almost got the victory, man. And even though you're going to win some battles, we know it's going to be hard times through much tribulation. We shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. This devil, he's not going to win the war. It's not written in prophecy for Esau to prevail, man. It's written in prophecy for Yahweh Shai to prevail, man. For him to get the victory for us, man. Yahweh Shai have already overcome. Let's start off with that. And Revelations, let's end off with that. Revelations 12 and verse 11. Because we already got the victory. Esau, he's coming out having great wrath. But the Lord, he prayed for us, man. That's why Scripture said, I pray for them, I pray not for the world. Revelations 12 and 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. Right here. We're going to be able to overcome the world. We're going to be able to overcome this society and the ill dealings that we're going to have to go through. Through what? Through the words of Yahweh Shai, man. Wisdom knowledge is going to be the stability of our times, man. And that wisdom knowledge and understanding is really the blood of Yahweh Shai. That's that blood being upon your doorpost. So when the death angel come through, you will be able to be protected. He will pass over you, man. So yeah, I can just a quick little video. I pray it was edifying. Where say, "Call Halayim La Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kakodash Shalom DTA and Bob."